Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here, yo. Wanna knock up the likes button for my reggae girls. Wanna knock up the likes button for my reggae girls. Seeing we have to talk about the reggae girls, we must talk about the reggae girls, guys. Big performance from our Jamaica Reggae Girls in last night encounter. Jamaica versus Mexico, that big Concacaf Women's World Cup qualifiers game. We have to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We have to talk about it. Yo, honestly, this was always going to be a very difficult encounter. It was always going to be a difficult encounter. Mexico in a them backyard, a top team in a them backyard. It was always going to be a very difficult game. Girls grinded out a fantastic result. This is a big, a mammoth result, ladies and gentlemen. The start of the qualifiers this round with a victory over Mexico. Knock up the like button. Also subscribe, to the channel if you guys haven't done so already. Share the video as well, free and easy ways to support the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, last night the Jamaica Reggae Girls would have beaten Mexico 1-0 in Mexico in their first World Cup qualifying game. Initially at the start of the game, it was even Stevens, and then the Jamaica Reggae Girls had a short period of pressure, sustained pressure. It led to a goal off of a set piece, a free kick inside our attacking half, just inside, about 10 or so yards inside our attacking half. From deep, swung into the box, an excellent ball into the box at the far post from Denisha Blackwood to find the big top striker Khadija Bunny Shaw. Keeper came off our line, terrible mistake. You can't come for the ball and get it. Plus, Khadija Bunny Shaw dominated the Mexican in the air. Boom, 1-0. Then, for the rest of the first half, it was very difficult for the Jamaica Reggae Girls, right? We were playing in a 4-2-3-1 in attacking transition, and also when we high press, although we didn't really do much of that in the first half. So it was mostly 4-2-3-1 in attack, 4-4-2 in defense. Initially, it was 4-2-3-1 in defense, and then the gaffer changed it to 4-4-2. I think he saw a lot of space in front of the fullbacks, so he changed it to 4-4-2, right? So that space in front of the fullbacks, better coverage, and quicker coverage could, take place in those areas, right? So again, 4-2-3-1 in attacking transition, 4-4-2 in a mid to low block, because for the first half, that's what was basically taking place. After we scored the goal, we sat in a mid to low block. It was wave after wave after wave from the Mexicans. Wave after wave after wave, right? We did well to repel the Mexican attacks. Truth be told, the Mexicans weren't very good in the final third either, especially with the final passing, right? Here is where I knocked the Reggae Girls. In transition on the counter, because clearly the plan was to hit Mexico on the counter. My whole issue with that first half is that in attacking transition, for the most part, we were poor. We had some dangerous moments in attacking transition in the first half, but we were poor. I think we could have done a better job in keeping the ball and breaking up the rhythm of the Mexicans. I think we did a poor job at that. Look at the passing accuracy on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. 59% passing accuracy. In all honesty, that is dreadfully poor, and a lot of our attacks would have broken down by errant passing, right? So one of the major talking points in the first half is the penalty. We got a penalty in the first half, and Havana Saloon stepped up. She missed. I personally thought Bonnie Shaw should have stepped up, take the penalty. It was a bad miss, and it was Saloon, in my humble opinion, did not have a great game. Also, the Mexicans also hit the post. A cross swung into the box. Mexican at the back post headed it onto the post. It was a real clear-cut opportunity. Mexico really and truly should have scored. They did not score, right? Apart from the penalty as well, there were 1 and 2 moments on the counter when we looked dangerous and we could have, exploited the Mexicans, so to speak. We did not. Jody Brown, I remember off the top of my head, missed a very good chance in the first half. But, in the second half, I think the performance was much improved than what took place in the first half. In the second half, we came out higher intensity, higher energy. We were getting closer to the Mexicans in the middle of the park, and also we were high pressing them in a 4-2-3-1. Right? We deployed a high press in a 4-2-3-1 in the second half, and we weren't really high pressing in the first. For majority of the first half, we never really high press. I think the high press in the second half kinda gave the Mexicans a bit of problems, and it also enabled us to play the game further up the pitch and not sit so deep. It enabled us to take the game higher up the pitch and play it further away from our goal for probably about the first 30 or so minutes of the second half. So that is very good. The intensity, energy levels raised, close them down quicker in the park. The high press as well, enabled us to win the ball a lot further up the park and even, exploit disorganized Mexico. Mexico would have lost the ball. We won it, moved quickly in attacking transition, caused Mexico a bit of problems, and we created some chances in the second half as well that we really and truly should have scored. Bonnie Shaw hit the post in the second half. Jody Brown, Jody Brown ball, but she need to work on her finishing. Seeing she missed about 3 sitters in the game. 3 sitters in the game. Bonnie Shaw, excellent chance. Well worked by Jody Brown to win the ball in a dangerous area, and pace driving at the Mexican defense, play Bonnie Shaw in behind. Bonnie Shaw loved the keeper. Ball hit the post, unfortunately, but Bonnie Shaw, did well. Jody Brown could have done better where her finishing was concerned. Can't get so much sitters and miss so many sitters, right? Jody Brown's pace was an issue in this particular game. It caused the Mexican, especially the left-hand side of the Mexican defense, the left center back and the left back, Jody Brown's pace in behind burnt the Mexicans. They could not handle it, them couldn't deal with it. It was a threat throughout the game, especially on a couple of moments when we were very dangerous in transitional play, right? So, in the second half, it was much improved, much better than in the first half. I think the performance raised. Also, we have to bear in mind that the girls haven't played in quite a while. This is their first game in a while. So, probably it took them a while to really and truly get going, right? What we want to talk about now? I think that the Reggae Girlz were a bit too sloppy in possession at times. I think the Reggae Girlz could have done better with their passing. Too many errant passes in the middle of the park. Turned over possession a lot. As I said, 59% passing accuracy. That needs to be worked on going forward, right? Quickly, before I forget, the final 15 minutes of the game, we were under intense pressure from the Mexicans. Intense pressure from the Mexicans trying to find that equalizer. That's what I was trying to do. All right. Um, I think Drew Spence was excellent in the middle of the park, ladies and gentlemen. I think Drew Spence was an excellent shield for the backline and also did very well in breaking up a lot of dangerous Mexican attacks, win the ball, and get us going in transition. Drew Spence very good from that standpoint. However, her passing as well needs to improve, right? The substitutes I thought were good, but I thought were late. In terms of the idea behind the substitutions were good, right? Kiki Van Zanten on for Paige Bailey Gale, who in my humble opinion was absent for large portions of the game. It was a good idea, but Van Zanten was a little bit disappointed, especially when it came time for her to put in that defensive effort, right? Samson on for Salone, I thought that was a very good move. I think that Samson, the CDM, would have the more defensive-minded midfielder would have gone into the middle of the park and helped to keep out the Mexicans, and I think she had an impact. Also Salone was a bit jaded, truth be told, and a bit leggy. Truth be told, she never had a good game all game, right? Constantly turning over the ball, and it was a little bit all over the place. So it was, the fresh legs from Samson going onto the park, and also that more defensive-minded midfielder. Good change. Palea on for Wilshire. If memory serves right, Wilshire had a bit of an injury issue. Hope she's all right. Bonnie Shaw had some problems earlier on in the game too. Hopefully that is sorted out. So Palea on. I thought she was very good at right back. I think Wilshire was kind of struggling a bit in the latter stages and was looking a little bit exposed. Palea coming on did very well and was able to really and truly shut down some crosses and that sort of a thing, right? Especially in that latter stages of the game. Mexico, for the most part, was getting the ball out wide, trying to make crosses into the box, right? So Palea would have helped with shutting down some of those crosses. And those crosses on the Mexicans, they were trying to do that all game. As I said, the subs or the idea behind the subs was good, but a little bit too late for my liking. I think the subs could have come a bit earlier, right? I think substitutions could have been made I think the team was looking a bit jaded to, introduce some fresh legs. And also game management and breaking up the rhythm of the Mexicans. You have to try your best to do everything you can to break up that particular rhythm. You guys see the stats on your screen. Honestly, guys, the only criticism I have of the girls is that I thought in possession we were far too sloppy. We gave up possession cheaply a lot. A lot of the times we weren't even under any pressure, but it was just a bad pass or something like that, just giving up pressure. So I think giving up possession rather. So I think we need to work on that going forward. But all in all, guys, an excellent, amazing start to the World Cup qualifiers. Guys, can we get a result against the US? Hopefully we can. An amazing start. This gives the girls a massive confidence boost going into the remaining games and sets us up nicely to finish in the top 2 to make it to the World Cup. So guys, that's my 2 cents. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.